Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. My name is Miss VanFossen, and this is Miss Rader. We have had the pleasure of working with your son, Connor, for a few weeks now, and we're just so pleased with his growth in math this semester. So we wanted to touch base with you through this video because we know that communication can be hard sometimes. Everyone's so busy, so we thought this would be a good way for us to communicate with you. And we also wanted to give you a new strategy that we've been working on in class so that you can help supplement his learning at home with what we're learning at school.
All right, so your student has been doing a fantastic job solving subtraction problems involving fractions. However, we have noticed that he does not always use the most efficient method, which is known as the least common denominator. This method involves listing the multiples of each denominator until a common multiple is reached. For example, in the subtraction problem, 7/8 minus 1/2, your student would find some multiples of 2, which is the denominator of 1/2, and some multiples of 8, the denominator of 7/8. Then your student would notice that 8 is a common multiple for both denominators and determine that the least common denominator for both of these fractions would be 8. So then your student would have to decide what factor they need to multiply 1/2 by in order to get the denominator of 8, which of course would be 4. And then from there, your student can easily complete the subtraction problem by subtracting the numerators of 7 and 4 and getting an answer of 3/8. This method leaves the student with little to no reducing to do after they have solved the problem, which is why it's the most efficient method.
Awesome. So this is just really a beginning step to help your child start thinking more about least common denominators of two different fractions until they're ready to do more advanced strategies with subtraction, such as mental math. So it's just really a stepping stone.
Alright, so then the best way to reinforce the LCD method is to simply encourage your student to use this method when they're completing subtraction problems. And if you notice them reverting to the cross multiplication method they've been using in the past, then maybe just suggest that they try to use the LCM method.
So to supplement this at home, here are a few subtraction problems that will allow your students to have some practice with the LCD method. And we'll be sending a sheet similar to this home, so don't worry about copying down the problems right now. But we just want you to feel free to use these at your leisure to further advance the practice of subtracting fractions that we're already doing in the classroom.
And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and everything that you're doing at home is really helping us and helping your student learn better. So have a great evening.